rather than saying that we've been in an attack, that literally we've been attacked. So that, that it towards him. Really bad. Pins, two pins, and it's a fear. So, and our system after that man, the spirit, shouldn't put that in I didn't have that, I didn't have that, and I don't think, I don't think, bad. Okay. Get my out of that.
Jedi Bill, no one can understand what you're saying. If you can hear me, your audio is completely whacked. Try leaving the studio and coming back, please. We're just in a moment of silence. Okay, and the moment of silence has ended. Jedi Bill will hopefully be back. He is possibly restarting the computer, if not at least restarting his browser. He was having some severe audio issues. Hey, Jedi.
Okay, how do I sound now?
Now we hear you. Yes. You're 5 by 5.
Okay, thank you. I've been having audio issues a lot lately. I don't know why. Can't explain it. Anyway, how you doing, Bird?
It's been a morning to remember, to reminisce.
Yes. I was what I was trying to say was that I remember I was working at a Walmart when I was working overnight at a Walmart as an overnight stock clerk, and I remember them saying as I was getting ready to leave that morning that America's been under attack. I go, what do you mean we've been under attack? Yeah, planes hit the Twin Towers in New York. So I rode my bike to work that night, and so I had to ride my bike home as fast as I could. I was in better shape then, because I would ride almost 3 miles to work by 10 speed. So of course I go home and I turn on the news, and it's on every network for like 5 to 6 hours all day and all night. And great sadness, hits me. And I remember looking up for days after, days up in the sky. No planes flying anywhere. No planes flying. It was the strangest thing because where I lived in Phoenix, we're like right over the flight path of most incoming aircraft. So it was like common to have aircraft flying over, and it was just weird. It was so quiet. No air traffic for, I don't know, it seemed like 2 or 3 weeks, it seems. Just
Yeah.
a horrible thing that happened, and my heart goes out to everybody who had somebody there that day. You were in New York when it happened, right?
Yeah, I was. And I was curious, and I mean, you said you heard that planes had hit the towers. Um, I was curious, did you guys also hear about the Pentagon or anything else,
Yeah,
or is it just the New
yeah.
York?
No, it was the Pentagon. Well, I think um, no, I didn't hear that until later because I got home by that time. I think it took me all of 30 minutes to get home, and by that time I was deep into all the coverage from all the networks. So I think that's where I learned about the Pentagon being hit as well. How you doing, Eric Sonder? Hey, it's a Lemons. Good to see you. Hello, Rookie Supremacy. He can't stay, but he left. Thank you. This really kind of sets me off or something to think about. Yeah, true. True that, Rookie Supremacy. Yeah. Well,
I tell you, I remember 2001. I had an apartment, um, not far from where my house is now. It was in the same section of Queens, more or less. It was my first time living on my own. I'd been, I don't know, it'd been less than a year, I guess, since I had moved out and was living in my own place. And I had what I thought at the time was a pretty decent balcony view. I could see the city in the long distance. I mean, I had to look over all of Queens, but in the far distance, you could see the Twin Towers. You could see the Empire State Building and maybe a couple of the other taller buildings. And I always enjoyed looking out the balcony. Um, I had my living room set up. I bought one of those portable gym machines, like you'd sit on it and you could do arms and legs and all different exercises. And it was set looking with my back towards the balcony. And I don't want to say use it as an excuse, but I had been using it pretty regularly for months. But I tell you, after 9/11, I never went back to it because I always felt having my back to the city like I didn't want to. Like if something was going to happen, I wanted to see it happen. And that was the one piece of furniture in the house I really couldn't turn to face towards the window in any way whatsoever. Um, it was weird. It just what I was thinking of at the time, that always bothered me. I never used it again. And from that point on, I would always uh, sit or lay or keep an eye towards the window or the back of the building just in case something were to happen, a flash of light or an explosion or God knows what. I always felt, well, if I'm looking out, I'd have a chance to see it. And what I didn't want to happen was for me not to see it and then turn around and be too late to
Mm-hmm.
know something was about to happen.
I remember a lot of people were trapped in the city that day, and a lot of people uh, who owned private boats came to the aid of their fellow man. Uh, God for that. Uh, I could imagine that city just in utter chaos and how scary it must have been.
A lot of people were in shock for days.
Hmm. I think all of America was in shock for days. If anybody likes to come up, I have pinned at the top the StreamYard link. If you have a 9/11 story, would love to hear it. I did invite a lot of people, but it's awfully early and people are busy. Some people it's just too painful to talk about, even 20 years later. It's understandable with, well, our current government and leaders. 20 years and a new administration gets in there and, well, they fumbled the ball. They keep fumbling the ball. I'm upset with current administration and leaders. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is embarrassing. Embarrassing by our leaders currently. Yeah.
Um, I say the day it happened, I was at work, and it was weird in that I think before the first tower even fell, um, we realized this was going to be a day that no work was going to get done. And one of the people, I thought they were crazy to be thinking. I mean, it was only, it was barely 9 a.m. And they were already thinking, well, nothing's going to get done today. We're all going to be here all day watching us. So they were already ordering lunch for everybody in the office. They were calling like a couple of local places to see who could bring in, food for 40 or 50 people. And they found a place. I'm thinking, who's thinking about food at a time like this? But, by the time it got there, people were hungry. Some people were. I mean, some people I'm sure didn't eat all day, but I was thankful they thought ahead. Um,
Hello, Catman, aka DD Myers. Good to see you here, my friend.
I have a group of friends trying to text me about 9/11 in a group message, but my phone has never responded to group messages.
Oh
If
no.
I hit reply, it just hangs.
Hello, Poe. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I just don't remember why they. I'm remembering wondering why. Why would they? Why would somebody attack us? I don't. I didn't. How were we so hated? How was America so hated? Now, uh, they're laughing. They're laughing at us. I don't blame them. After what the current administration did. Oh. I honestly thought I'd have more people to tell a story, a 9/11 story.
I mean, I just feel like people have heard my story.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
could tell
understand that.
it.
I know. Yeah. Plus, you were on Cap Tracks show earlier. Hey, there's Mr. CCDV. Good morning, Mr. CCDV. Good to see you, brother. Stream is lagging on my phone. Hopefully you'll be okay with me just dropping like, of course, Mr. CCTV. I'm always happy to see you, brother. Always happy to see you. You just arrived. You missed earlier shows. Okay. Well, I'm trying to have one here. Perhaps it's time people came together and see that all we want is peace and happiness for all. Well, in an ideal world, yes. There might be a lot of groundwork before that can be achieved again, or at all. All right. I really got nothing more. Thank you, Bird. I'll have to cut this one shorter than I thought.
It's a tough day for people to remember.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, there might be some benefit in not reopening the wound every year. You don't have to forget it, but you don't have to play it back every single year, maybe. And maybe this is it. Maybe 20 years is enough. I mean, I don't know. I felt that way for a long time, but
Hey, Slimberg Calder, good to see you. You saw on Facebook conspiracy theory, and you believe that planes and buildings. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there was a lot of that, but nobody can prove. They're all up to speculation. You know, you can really dive into the conspiracy theories, and I don't know what to believe anymore. Yeah, no, we didn't discuss any of that here. All right. Oh, sorry, Eastland. It looks like you missed this one too. Wasn't much of one anyway. But thank you all for coming. I'll just have any. Oh, Bird, you're playing Flight 93 for the Cinema Saturday.
United 93.
United, yeah.
It's a different movie than Flight
Yeah.
93. But yeah, at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Maybe
I will see people then. Yep.
Okay.
Take care, all.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.